Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog. Giving them all, dressed like $1 million bucks. Diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, why don't you join in? Steve Harvey, get in the morning, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey, man. Got a radio show. How good is God, huh? Think about it. Just take a slight inventory of your own life and say it to yourself when you get through. How good is God, huh? Think of all the small things. All this, because that's him. You breathing, that's him. You still here, that's him. You got another chance, that's him. You ain't out of here, that's him. You got any measure of health, that's him. You think it's more to it than it really is, than it already showed up to be, that's him. All of that. You got any dreams or aspirations? You dream of other things? That's him. All that, that's him. That's him. Them clothes you got, that's him. Every time you eat, that's why they had this thing called You Say Your Grace, that's him. See, that's him, man. That's him. It's amazing when you take a small inventory, how you find out how big God really is in your life. Now, the more you turn yourself over to him, the bigger he can be for you. See, he'll only be as big as you let him. It's one thing about God now, he's a gentleman. He can make you do anything. You know, you get too big for him, you know, you lose your humbleness. He can humble you now. God created man with the power of choice. We're the only creature he created that he gave us the total power of choice. When we mate, who we mate with, you know, everything, all of it, man. It's a choice. What we want to be, how much we want to make, where we want to live, what climate we want to live in. We can live in cold climates, hot climates. You know, we speak different languages. You can go learn another language. A bear can't do nothing but be a bear. He can't go learn how to be a fox. He can't go learn how to be an otter. He just can't. An ostrich is an ostrich, man. He can't come out here and fight like a lion. A lion is a lion. A lion eat meat. He can't eat vegetables. I don't care how much meat ain't around. He'll lay down and pull up out of here and die because he can't eat grass. He's just a lion, man. You understand this? That God gave us. We are the one creature he created that has total power of choice. You can make every decision in your life. What kind of watch you like? That's the one you can buy. You want to live in Switzerland? Go ahead. You don't like Switzerland? You can move to Miami. You want to live your life of crime? Go ahead. That's you. He gave you the power of choice. You want to do right? Come on. So now, look at this thing. We are all the results of a series of decisions that we have made. If we could just identify that the problem is us, we could begin the solution. See, that's the problem, y'all. It's us. It's what we do. I threw my life down the hill. I can't tell you how many years based on some decisions that I was making. Now, I can justify my decision when I wasn't happy and I was doing this and I was in misery and y'all on there. Yeah, yes, Steve, when you get through, you made the decisions, though. Hey, you can look at this any way you want to, y'all, but at the end of the day, I'm just talking to people that's really, really wanting to improve their position in life. And how do you do that? You got to have a solution. How do you come up with a solution? You got to identify the problem to even begin to solve it. But if the problem ain't ever you, how you going to solve something that ain't you? See, okay, let me look at it this way. If somebody say, like, I got a child of mine, man, this dude right here, man, I don't even want to get into it this morning. Boy, I'm struggling with this boy. But, man, you go to people, you ask them why they do something. I just wasn't taking care of business. Why? I just didn't take care of business. Boy, do you understand that your life is going to be filled with you got to take care of business? So when you going to start? You know what I mean? You can't go through life blaming everybody. It's got to be you. See, you can fix you. You can't fix nobody else. If you keep getting married and the marriages don't work, hello, could it be you? See, I finally had to sit down and just make that decision. Ain't no need of me coming on the radio talking about nobody else and what they did to me and y'all just don't know. No, man. What about the part you played in it? Because, see, if you got a good marriage, you got a part to play in that. If you got a bad one, you got a part to play in that. Even if it just get down to you the one picked them. How about that, Mr. I made a decision? The problem is usually within yourself. Do you know that's the quickest and easy way to fix your life? That way you ain't got to check with nobody. Here's the beauty of going on and admitting that it's you. You don't have to check or clear it with nobody to start the repair process. You don't need anybody's permission. You ain't got to put it before the review board to see if it'll pass. It ain't got to go through Congress. You ain't got to hope that your local politician get their hands on it and make a phone call for you. You ain't got to ask any counselors to come in and sit with you. You don't have to check into rehab. All you got to do is decide. The problem is me. I'm going to start changing me. Identify the problem and start with the part that you can own up to. Once you identify the problem, you can start planning on how to fix it or how to get to accomplishing something. But remember this, planning is important. If you fail to plan, then please plan to fail. If you don't know how to make a plan, let's just start with the basics. Just make a list of what you want. Make this list and then go to God in prayer with an open mind. And open your mind up to all the clean opportunities that are available. Here's why a lot of people won't succeed. Because certain opportunities come along, you don't want to do them. That kills me, man, when I hear people. I ain't doing that. I know young comedians that come to me all the time talking about, man, what you know? I said, man, just take every gig you can. No matter what it pay. Well, listen to me, son. You can go make that money that it pay, or you can make the decision to sit at home and make no money. It's comedy a hard business. They ain't paying but $100. You got to drive 50 miles. But if you drive 50 miles and you make the 100, and you stand on that stage for 30 minutes, you are now 30 minutes better than you was the last time you went on stage. Oh, man, man, they don't pay me. I ain't coming. You ain't finna be a comedian, man. Not like this here. A lot of people just don't want to do what's necessary to do. So when the opportunity presents itself and you open up your mind to it, man, then get ready to go on and do it, man. Identify your problem today. Start with the part that's you.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I have no idea what you think is about to happen, but it's about to go down. Steve Harvey Morning Show, live, living color, broadcasting again. You boys in Africa. I'm over here hitting it over the wall, man. God is good to me. Yes, he is. How about you, Shirley Strawberry?
I'm doing the doggone thing right here in America, Steve. Good morning to you. Thank you.
Well, Carl is out today, so let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. A star in the making. Potential limitless. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to change your name today. Boy Junior.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now I got a new name?
Yep, that's
Man,
it, man. Boy
But
Junior.
why?
Blessed and over-favored.
Boy Junior.
Come on
I
now.
think that's all that's been missing. Is the right nickname. You know, a lot of people may have tried to make their names make them famous. You know, you look at some names over the years, they just thought their name would just do it. So I'm going to go with Boy Junior instead of Junior Boy.
Boy.
Woo!
Oh, okay.
Who thought of that? God.
Clever. Just real clever. Genius. Like.
Woo!
I love it.
Nephew Tommy.
Yes, top of the morning. I love my name. Yes, sir.
You don't think he needs a new name, Steve?
His
I'm
people
good.
struggling with the one he got.
Mainly you.
There's people listening to him going, why do I cut this show on? I need this today.
We're so glad you do, though. Thank you.
We appreciate
He
y'all.
cannot really be this stupid. Yes, he is.
Somebody got to do it.
Got to treat your side piece right. Boy,
Oh, yeah.
I be going, this dude really this dumb, man. Really.
I know. This married guy. You forgot
Yeah,
the married
married.
part.
You know,
Yeah.
you can't act this stupid. You can't.
Can't be.
I'm married in Texas. We talking to people across the country. Okay?
Yeah. Well, I tell
Right
you what,
there.
them papers will come directly to your house.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
Who is
I don't
it?
give a damn. Let me tell you something, man. I done had papers at the magic show before. You don't even understand.
Quit. They brought him at the magic show.
While
Yeah, I
you
was
were
at the
working
magic show selling suits. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
got some in there.
in Vegas.
Yeah, I've had papers handed to me at the golf range.
Wow.
Yeah, they get creative, nephew. That's what he's
Oh,
trying to
I've
tell you.
had papers handed to me coming out of the apartment in New York.
Oh, no.
Oh, they've come to the radio station handing me papers. I've been serviced everywhere.
To the
What does
radio
it feel like
station?
when you get served? Is it?
Well,
what's the
they
reaction
real
to that?
slick. Steve Harvey. You're Steve Harvey? Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Gotta do my job. Most of the guys are apologetic. Then they hand because they know it's bad news. Most of them are apologetic. But I know how to spot them now. Hey, you Steve Harvey? Do I look like Steve Harvey? You sure do to me. Well, good then. And I keep it moving.
All right, we got to go, Steve. We're going to keep it moving. Inside Something Funny is coming up with Sister Odelle in the building at 32 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, it is time now for Something Funny. And you know what that means on this Wednesday. You can hear her,
Yeah,
can't you?
here she comes.
She's in the building. Yes, she is.
She here today.
Where every day is Sunday to Sister Odelle.
She started from the back.
I mean, wait a minute. That's like when the church doors.
Started the same place.
At the overflow.
Same place
In the
Pimpin'
overflow.
And
started.
the overflow, yeah. Comes all the way up to the altar.
All the way. It's a nice walk.
Straighten it up. Here I am. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Morning,
Y'all hear
Sister
me? I'm
Odelle.
long distance this morning. I'm long distance.
Oh, you are? Where are you?
I'm in Africa with Steve.
Oh.
okay.
Oh,
No
you
one told
rolling with
Uh-huh.
Steve.
I didn't
No,
know that.
I
Okay.
came separate.
Oh, you
Oh.
didn't fly on his. You didn't go.
You
go
wasn't
there
on the
with-
jet?
I don't fly.
How did you
So
get
how
to
you get to Africa?
Yeah, how you get there?
I've been on a cruise ship since Thanksgiving.
That's about how long it takes.
you Sister Odelle, you been on a cruise ship since Thanksgiving.
You just made it.
Just got here yesterday.
I know you still wobbling, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well, trying to get my sea legs,
Yeah, there's such thing as ship legs.
But you can get your sea legs a little quicker when you got a walker.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh,
yes, ma'am.
more
yes,
balance.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Well,
I met a white man on the trip.
Oh, did you now?
Okay.
Well, you mean like a romantic interest or?
Well, he tried it,
Yes, ma'am.
And
Of
then
course.
we got to talking.
About?
Just our past and lives and where we would been, and he was old, and I knew some people he knew, and then it kind of ended abruptly.
Well, wait a minute. Who did you guys have in common? Who did you know?
Well, we knew some people, but the people we knew was in different positions.
What do you mean, Sister Odelle?
I knew somebody that was a slave, and he knew somebody that owned a slave. And I pushed
didn't
one
go
of
well,
them
did it?
legs of I pushed one of them legs of that walker up in his pants, up in his back pants, and I heard a pop. I didn't know what it was, but I'm just assuming.
Okay.
It did like this. I had to walk, and I pushed it in his pants, and I heard, then I can pull it out now. But it had his pants on, so it was dry.
Okay. So that conversation ended abruptly, like you said.
Quick as it was, you want to hear nothing about your family history. If you're going to go that route, you're stupid. Must didn't know who you was talking to.
I don't think
I'm
you did.
Odelle, baby, O.D.
OD.
You meet anyone else interesting on the trip over?
Well, I met an old white woman, and we got along good. We was both taking the scarf tying class together.
A
on
what?
the cruise ship. Scarf tying.
Oh, I thought you knew
Oh,
how to
scarf tying.
tie your scarf. You did.
Oh, I know how to
Ain't
do
but
it,
one-
but it ain't nothing to do on the cruise ship, so I just went and took the class with the white woman.
Oh, well, how did it go?
Okay.
Did you
Well,
relearn
she
it?
was
or did
old,
she learn?
she kept tying hers in a knot, and I helped her to go get a steak knife down at the restaurant and come cut it off.
Was she choking herself or something?
She wasn't choking herself, she was just tying her bow was in a knot. She can't see good. She got glaucoma,
Oh,
So I was
Oh.
having,
Okay.
she ruined a bunch of scarves because I had to cut them off, I had a steak
sounds
knife.
like it. Yeah. Okay. So you were just kind of helping out in the scarf tying class.
Yeah, she didn't have it together, so I went on and helped her.
Oh, okay. Did you save any souls? That's what I want to get to on the way over.
Oh, I did. That was the whole plan. The first, I went up there and saved the captain.
What?
Yep, saved the captain.
You got in the captain's quarters?
Went up there
Wow.
where they drive.
Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh.
Took
Did they
about
invite you or you-
45 minutes. No, I wasn't looking for it. I got lost.
Oh.
I just stumbled on it. I was trying to find the bingo hall, and the next thing I know, I was up there, and I said, well, I'll be down there. It's usually black people playing bingo somewhere, all these white men.
Uh-huh.
I just sat down and started whistling, witnessing, told him he needs Jesus, He believed me, though. He was a Christian anyway. He was a good man.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was a good thing.
So I saved him, and then I saved the cook. I didn't want to save the cook, but I like blessed food, so I went on and got him saved.
Well, why didn't you want to save him, though? I mean, it seems like you would want to.
I didn't know. I don't really know if he saved. He was from another country. I didn't know the language he was speaking.
Oh, okay.
I think he was Peru or something. He was a Peruba people.
Peruvian. Oh, from
Aruba
Peru.
people.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Peru.
I don't know if he from Peru. Just was a Peruva people. I couldn't understand that he was short. He was jazzed up under my breast the whole time we was talking. So I was in the kitchen working with him, and I just stood behind him. I just kept him up under my breast the whole time. It's kind of like having on an extra support bra, I just laid him on top of his head. He was cooking his little ass off.
Did you have some delicious meals while you were on the cruise?
Yeah, cruise food ain't that good. It's just a bunch of it.
Oh, okay.
They have all them lines.
Ain't that the
They
truth?
have all them lines, and every time trying to make you think it's a lot of food. It's the same thing in all the lines.
Oh, okay.
They're going to have some fried chicken. They have a little beef, a little bit of fish, and then they got all them jello molds that they make for old people.
Yes.
I enjoyed the jello molds, decorative. Some of them look like a dolphin.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was cute.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know.
So, I mean, sounds like the cruise was pretty good. You met a few people. You had
Lost
some
a
good
couple
food.
of people, you know.
Yes. Saved a couple of souls.
Lost some
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we lost a couple of people. You know, people die on cruise ships now. You know, they try not to, relay the information.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other man. Oh.
Well, I saw the man get killed. Him and his woman was arguing, and she threw his ass overboard, and I ain't feel like turning around, so we just went on to the next port. She ain't say nothing, I ain't say nothing.
Shit.
Introduce your own punk ass Frank. You hear that good?
I heard.
Coming up next, the nephew with Run That Prank Back right after
Quit
this.
enabling him and let him do it himself, Shirley. You're enabling him.
Enabling him.
Yes, ma'am.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's national news. And in entertainment news, rapper and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Young Jock has been shamed for his driving a ride share. Why? It's a job, right? But he has responded. You know, Young Jock. He's not going to sit by and be quiet. We'll talk about that at the top of the hour. But right now, Nephew is here with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
Bad potluck. Bad potluck.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to find Heather.
Excuse me, what you say?
I'm trying to reach a Heather. Is
This
it
is Heather. How are you?
Okay, listen. I got your number from Lois. That's my mama. I'm Maurice. I'm Lois' oldest son.
Lois, wait a minute now. Wait, excuse me. Lois, who's Lois?
Lois.
Oh, okay, wait, Lois. Yes. Hi,
Okay.
how are you?
I'm good. You was at Mama Dean's house on New Year's Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody was there.
Okay. When I got there, you was gone. But what I'm calling about is you the one made the Black Eyed Peas, right?
I did. You enjoyed them?
No, I ain't enjoyed a mother thing. That's why I'm calling you.
Wait.
Let me say this here.
No. I'm at work. You can't talk to me like this. Don't do that. Say whatever you got to say, but please don't curse at me. Don't do that.
Okay. No. Here go the deal. Your mother beans got my stomach all jacked up, and I done had to go down to the doctor to get my stomach pumped. I ain't got no damn insurance or none of this. You know, this done had me messed up for the last week. You know,
okay, first of all, I asked you to stop
trying to get
cursing
your
at me.
number for the longest to tell you exactly, how up your damn beans is.
Okay, first of all, okay, I told your I'm at work. I'm around all these white people. I can't talk to you the way I want to talk to you. But let me just tell you this. Don't call me with the dumb. First of all, there was a whole bunch of food there. How do you know? How can you single out my damn beans that made you sit with all that food there? You're not going to blame me. Get the out of here.
Mama Dean said you was the one that made the beans.
I don't give a what Mama Dean said. It was all this food there, and you're going to single out my beans? Nobody else complained. You know what today's date is? Okay? Ain't not one other person called me about them beans. And as a matter of fact, other people were complimenting me. So for you to call me with the dumb all late and wrong, going to blame me probably because you need a doctor's appointment, you should have got Obamacare when it was available to you, and now you want to call me with no. So you could tell Lois or whatever. You know what?
Trying to blame on somebody. You trying to blame this somebody else's food. Your beans my stomach up, and that's what it boils down to. And at the end of the day, you're finna give me some money for the doctor bill.
No, the hell I ain't. What doctor bill? You said you don't have insurance. So how the hell did you go to the doctor with no insurance?
I had to pay out my pocket to get my stomach pumped.
Oh, okay, well, it's taken care of. If you paid out your pocket, that means the bill is paid, so you can get
and you gonna reimburse me what?
No, I'm not going to reimburse you with. Okay? In fact, I got more beans for you since you got a problem with them. I got a whole bowl for you. Okay? How about? Because you full of. So if it made you, that's good for you.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you this here right now. The bill was $472. I need $472 for your bull beans.
No,
okay?
No.
Yes.
You're not getting no money from me. And I need to go because I got work to do. I don't know what you got to do, spending all this time on the phone talking about some beans with all that food. So the rice didn't do it. The meat didn't do it. They had smothered gravy. Gravy always people up. That didn't do it. You want to single out my beans? Out of here. Don't be calling me with this dumb. You know what? Now, tell me who gave me your number, because I don't even know you. I do know your mom a little.
Mama Dean gave me your number. I called Mama Dean.
Mama Dean passing out numbers. Well, I'm going to call Mama Dean, and I'm going to see if anybody else got sick, which I know they didn't, because your ass is full of So I'm going to call her, see if anybody got sick. How about we do it that way? And also, I'm going to call your mother. Okay, I'm going to call Miss Lois and see why her son is calling me on the phone, because this is some bull. I'm sick and tired of this phone call, and nothing was wrong with my beans. If anything, something wrong with you. And so take a laxative, clear your ass out, and keep it moving. But you're going to get off my goddamn phone.
Okay. They say Tommy has some problem with the beans too.
Huh? First of all, I don't even know no goddamn Tommy. I barely know your mom. I just know her by face. I don't even know her. So, Tommy, you. I'm calling Mama Dean. She ain't got no business giving my mother number to nobody. This is dumb as hell.
What you want me to tell Tommy then?
I just told you I don't know anybody named Tommy.
Okay,
so you can tell him whatever the you want to tell him. And if you're trying to gain other people who want to jump on your side, it's not going to happen, because nobody complained about the beans. Give me names. Give me another name, because Tommy wasn't there. I know just about everybody that was there. Wasn't nobody named Tommy there.
Okay. So you're going to say Nephew Tommy wasn't there?
What?
Nephew Tommy. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And Heather, you just...
Oh! Are you crazy?
Your cousin Faye got me to prank phone call.
Are you crazy? I'm at work. People walking by me, looking at me. I'm about to get written up around with you, Tommy. Are you crazy? And I know my beans are good. I know they're good.
Are you... Oh man, you got me wanting to taste your black eyed peas, baby.
They are good. Nobody complain. I'm sitting here like, I know I ain't get these people sick. You wasn't gonna get no money.
Hey, tell me this, baby. Tell me this. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
Oh, but you know it's Steve Harvey Morning Show. Oh my God. I'm on radio. This is great.
Happy 2020 to you, Heather. Keep cooking your beans, baby. You all good.
All right. Thank you. Happy New Year.
All right. Happy New Year. Hey, and next year, I'll probably pop up in Mama Dean's house here.
You are welcome to come.
You got to be careful, you know. When you come to a potluck, you need to make sure your food is legit. You understand?
And you need to be careful this year.
Okay. She say her beans is good, but I'm just saying, everybody out there, make sure your food is right when you go to a potluck.
Wow.
That's real talk, sir.
Okay. All right. Just be careful.
That's real talk.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Ain't you got a show you're going to be at this weekend? You're going to be in public.
Okay.
Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nephew coming, baby. The Comedy Zone, they selling fast. I got one show Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. Might add one, just thinking about it. Kind of, doing that Steve Harvey thing. I'm thinking about it. I might do it. It's possible. But the rest of them, about gone. Got a few of them scattered here.
Might as well add it. You ain't got nothing else to do. You there.
Yeah, I'm there.
Might as well go and make that extra money.
And I'm off on Monday. Might as well do it.
Why does that depend on whether you come to work the next day or not?
Steve, you know what my mom said.
Yeah, he work a weekend.
I ain't never seen
for her passing. All right.
Somebody working on Sunday night and then coming in here. Who don't see, don't understand?
All right. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In entertainment news, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Young Jock was spotted driving, well, not for Uber, not for Lyft, but for a new rideshare app called Pull Up and Go. Jock was recently Pull Up and Go. Job was recently job shamed for working as a rideshare driver and recorded by a passenger who joined his ride. So the rider is trying to figure out if it was indeed Jock who was their driver, since he was wearing a pink hoodie that was hiding his face. Take a listen.
You sound like somebody I know.
Huh?
You sound like somebody I know.
I mean, somebody you know, like who?
I don't know. What's your name?
I just want to ask a question. Are you Young Jock?
Can you turn around?
I mean, I think y'all already put that part together, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, so you must have fell off or something. Like, why?
Dang.
Fall off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out. Like, you just driving for pull up and go. Like, what happened?
I mean, I just felt like it's an easy way to get some easy money right here downtown. I meet people, you know what I'm saying?
I really think that's okay.
You think that's what?
What?
Wow.
What?
That
I ain't
was-
mad at him for working though.
But
Yeah.
that's
They be
none of
mad at
your-
him for working.
Yeah, how is that your business?
Driving your
Well-
unemployed ass.
Hold up. But what you tripping with him for? You in the car. At least he got a car to come get you. You don't have a car.
That's right.
People, man, you must have fell off.
Wow. That was
is
straight
so crazy.
disrespectful right there,
That
man.
was really, yeah, that was really crazy.
But you know, sometimes, man, look,
Pull up and get out.
setback
For you.
is just a set up for a comeback. That's all it is. People watch your scenes of your life, and they see you having a bad scene, and here come all the movie critics to talk about your scene in the movie. Where they at when you graduate? Where they at when you get your job promotion? Where them movie critics at when y'all have your baby? Where y'all at when you buy your new house? Ain't no movie critics at none of that. They only at the scenes in the movies where they get to be the critic. But her ass sitting up in the ride share, sharing a ride because she ain't got a car.
Yeah,
That was disrespectful.
that's
right
so
there.
that was so ugly.
That was disrespectful.
Yeah, but I love how young Jock took it. After the story broke, Jock responded to the video and said it's a fun way to make cash and then to show your kids how to make an honest living. Now, what is wrong with that? Take a listen.
So I'm a part of this organization, been around for 25 years, big brother, big sister. And a lot of times when we talking to these kids and the youth, you got to lead by example. And sometimes, like, you have to show people you're not too big. You know what I'm saying? You have to show them what humility is, and you're not too big to, you know, do the right thing by making an honest living. And I think a lot of times that's why our kids and even adults go astray because they're too ashamed, they're too prideful, man, to do something. It was one of those things where, you know how you just you start challenging yourself to do something you ain't never did before. So it's kind of like a bucket list thing. But, I mean, for anybody who really wants to do this, I think it's a dope idea. I mean, I'm going to tell you the most phenomenal part of this whole experience from this going viral is the amount of support that I'm like, whoa. Like, because I just knew, I was like, oh, man, they going to roast, here you go. But, I mean, a lot of celebrities have reached out. People have hit my phone. I mean, Snoop said something. He's like, hustlers hustle. You know what I mean? I just realized that maybe people are beginning to be a little more mature.
I love it.
I like it.
I love it.
I like
yeah, I really
Yes.
do. If you want to see Jock's response, go to Steve Harvey FM or the Gram or Facebook, okay? Now, that's the way
I
you
want to
do
see
it,
the
Jock.
person that was in the car. That's who the hell I want to see. Take
Let's go
pictures.
put these cameras on your job.
And you know what? A lot of times people don't do things like this because they're afraid of what people will say and they don't want to be talked about and things like that. Come on. Yeah. Anyway, all right, Steve, let's move on. Thank you.
Ladies and
Jock.
gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Very, very much. Yes, it is about eating. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, then there was six. Six Democratic presidential candidates took to the debate stage in Iowa last night. This latest group included Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, and Tom Steyer. The topics range from who can beat Donald Trump to North Korea and especially what's going on in the Middle East.
Senator Warren. We should stop asking our military to solve problems that cannot be solved militarily. We need to work with our allies. We need to use our economic tools. We need to use our diplomatic tools.
Vice President Biden. There's a difference between combat troops and leaving special forces in a position. I was part of the coalition that put together 68 countries to deal with stateless terror as well as failed states. Not us alone, 68 other countries. That's how we were able to defeat and end the caliphate for ISIS. They'll come back if we do not deal with them and we do not have someone who can bring together the rest of the world to go with us to organize the effort to take them down.
Mayor Buttigieg. We can continue to remain engaged without having an endless commitment of ground troops. The very president who said he was going to end endless war, who pretended to have been against the war in Iraq all along, but we know that's not true, now has more troops going to the Middle East.
Senator Sanders.
We got 500,000 people sleeping out on the streets tonight. The American people are sick and tired of endless wars, which have cost us trillions of dollars.
By the way, Bernie Sanders denied telling Elizabeth Warren that a woman couldn't beat Trump. He says he didn't say it. She says he did. Not only did he, but she pointed out later on that not only did Hillary Clinton actually beat Trump in the popular vote, that history has always been made.
Back in the 1960s, people asked, could a Catholic win? Back in 2008, people asked if an African American could win. In both times, the Democratic Party stepped up and said yes, got behind their candidate, and we changed America. That's who we are.
The House votes today on sending the articles of impeachment against Trump to the Senate. California authorities say 60 people, including 20 children, suffered minor injuries after a jet flying overhead dumped gallons of fuel on them. The Delta flight was heading back to LAX to make an emergency landing. And finally, had he lived, today would have been Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s 91st birthday. Now, we celebrate the holiday on this coming Monday, but today would have actually been his 91st had he still lived. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time for a comedy break right here. Junior is here with things I've never seen. What is this, Junior?
Yeah, you know, Tommy, there's a lot of things that you have never seen in your life. I mean, it's some things, like I know you older than everybody, you probably have, but it's some things I know I ain't never seen. Like, for instance,
Like what?
I've never seen a shade tree mechanic with a car that's running in perfect condition. You ain't never seen
No,
that?
you're not going to see that.
No, you ain't. He gonna tell me everything wrong with my car, but with his back door missing, all running out the car from him and his hair. But he gonna tell me I need a new transmission. Well, I've never seen it. I just ain't never seen it. Here's another thing I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen people in the South eat a meal without rice. If it's chicken and rice, beans and rice. Why is rice on every plate? Rice and gravy.
Sometimes just rice.
Just rice. You know who I've never met? I've never met this person. I've never met a well-rested African American. I've never met one.
Why?
I ain't never seen it.
There you go.
Dog, I ain't never seen it. A well-rested African American.
Not on this show.
Not in this lifetime. How you doing, man? Oh, man, job getting on my nerves. Wife talking crazy to me. Kids won't live. Man, I'm tired. I'm just tired. You ain't never seen that. I've never seen a big person eat a meal without a diet beverage. I ain't never seen it. They don't have everything on there.
A
Ham
large
hocks.
diet, baby.
Yeah, ham hocks. You know, but then a Diet Coke on the side as if that's going to change something.
That's true.
Look, I have never seen it.
I hear you, Steve.
I know.
I ain't gonna get none of this.
No, come on. Look, I've never seen a black funeral where there is no clowning going on.
Yeah.
Not one. Yeah. Not one. You ain't never seen that. Somebody gonna get cussed out in front of the casket. Every time.
Yeah.
These are just things we've never seen. We ain't never seen these things. For instance, I've never seen Christmas, Valentine's, and Halloween decorations being put up in the drugstore. You just show up one day and they all hanging. Who is these people?
That's true.
You ain't never seen who hang this up. We don't know who that is.
Junior,
All right.
Huh?
I ain't never seen a white person steal a bike out of a black neighborhood.
I ain't never seen
And you not.
And you ain't gonna never see.
Because they already
You
have
not
bikes.
gonna
Thank
see
you.
I've been around a long time. I'm still waiting on that.
All right, thank you guys. Coming up in trending viral news, Popeyes gives Canadian Family Feud contestant Steve $10,000 in big prize something. We'll talk about it right after this. Was it money?
Nobody want that much chicken.
Was it money? Was it money?
Is
Was
it
it
worth a
money? We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending viral video news, Steve, you got to hear this. A contestant from Family Feud Canada, you know they have Family Feud going on in Canada too. Eva Dubois may have messed up her family's chances at $10,000, but at least she's going to have some good old Popeyes chicken. Take a listen to this.
There's one question, only one answer. Whoever gets it, you're playing for $10,000. That's it. Whoever guesses this wins the game. Here we go. Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken! Oh my God!
Show me chicken!
Spinach, Jerry.
She was confident with her answer.
Your
too.
voice changed.
Well, Mr. Family Feud host, what do you have to say to that?
That was actually pretty good. That
It was.
actually pretty good.
It was funny.
That was actually pretty good. That's funny, man.
She thought he meant Popeye's chicken, as you can hear in the clip, but obviously he meant Popeye the Sailor Man. Well, listen to this, though. Popeye's chicken, Popeye's Louisiana chicken, saw the video online. They tweeted the contestant. Her name was Eva. They told her they loved her answer and they would rewarding her $10,000 worth of chicken. What?
$10,000 worth of chicken?
Girl, nobody want
Popeyes,
that much
worth of
chicken. Man.
Popeyes.
That's
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Because one of the prizes, hey, watch your mouth. Because one of the prizes over here in South Africa Family Feud, the family that loses gets $10,000 rand worth of Kentucky Fried Chicken for a year.
no.
Yeah, so watch your mouth, partner.
Can you eat that much chicken in a year?
No.
I don't know, but they're one of the top sponsors, so it's absolutely delicious over there.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, just so you know.
Yeah.
Well,
that
Look,
was
how
funny.
many,
Huh?
Go ahead, Tom.
how many countries is Family Feud in? That was Canada right there. Is it
Canada.
more?
Oh, they all over, but most of it they license the show we do.
Oh, okay. All right, because this
I
has
mean,
a completely
most of
different
them
host.
license our show and then they dub it.
Oh, okay. Especially in foreign language countries and stuff. Huh?
Yeah, a lot of them do that. They tried, they couldn't quite get it, but they Canada said we have to have our own host, and they couldn't quite cut the deal they wanted, so they got their own host.
Yeah, he sounded pretty cool. His name
thought
is
that was you,
Jerry
Mom.
D. You thought that was
Oh,
Steve?
You thought that
I
was
said
her.
his voice changed.
I heard you say that, but I didn't know you thought it was
I didn't know
Steve.
there was another Family Feud.
Dog,
like
I would have
Steve,
took
Junior.
that right there.
Yeah.
I would have took that right there.
That
We
answer?
still be listening to that tape.
Yeah, he'd have stretched that all the way out. That's
That'd be
30
Oh,
minutes.
doggy, I can't even tell you where we going with this chicken, Joe.
You would have been
I'd
on the
have did
floor
the
in your
dance
suit.
and everything.
Uh-huh.
I'd have been thanking the Lord she wasn't black.
Yeah. All of that.
Oh man.
And she said the answer before the buzzer, really. I mean, before it was complete. That was funny.
Yeah.
Chicken.
10 grand in chicken. How you?
That's a lot of chicken. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
What's
for
that going
dinner?
on there? What?
Don't y'all
2-3
answer
times
me
a
what's
week
for
we
dinner.
gonna-
Y'all know what we had.
What's for breakfast? Chicken.
Chicken.
Chicken. What's for lunch?
Y'all come over. We cooking out. What y'all got?
Get that turkey off the table for
Well-
Thanksgiving.
Well, we're not cooking out. We're just warming up this chicken.
Right. Chicken. Open your freezer. Nothing but chicken. Wow.
Chicken.
That's a lot
Hey,
of chicken.
Mama,
That's a
how's this chicken on the grill? Why is it fried? 'Cause it's fried.
Well, listen.
Barbecue Popeye chicken. Man.
If you want to see the video, go to Steve Harvey FM on Instagram or Facebook. Now, coming up next, the nephew in the building with the prank phone call right after this. Chicken.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. This subject, wow, this letter right here is painful, you guys. The subject, he stole my wife from right up under me. Wow. But right now,
That's how
nephew.
you do it if you're going to do it, though. If you're going to do it, that's how you do it. Right up under somebody. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna tell you something,
Steve?
It's statements like that that get you stomped.
Yeah.
I'm just
saying.
letting you know.
Get your nephew, Steve.
Hey, man, you can do your little pranks.
Yeah.
But that statement right there,
Right there.
get you stomped.
So
Yeah,
not cool.
Ambulance
gonna
ride.
do it.
What's your
That's
name?
the best way to do it.
All right,
That's
keep
it.
on.
Keep saying.
Right now, the nephew is in the building with today's prank phone call. What do you have for us today, nephew?
Cough control.
Control.
Yes, cough control.
Okay.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Come on, Cat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Carla, please.
Yeah, speaking.
Hi, Carla. It's Herschel James over in Human Resources.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing today?
Not bad. What is this call
Okay.
about?
I'm sorry?
What is this call about?
Well, I got a complaint that's been sent to us that we want to try to address and see if we can handle this in an orderly fashion. You've been over in the client services department for what, last 3-4 years now?
Almost 5 years.
Okay. We're getting some complaints, Carla, about you. I don't know if you're sick, but you seem to be coughing quite a bit, and there's people on that floor that are starting to complain about it. Do we need to give you some time off? Tell me what's going on with you.
Oh, no. There must be a mistake. I mean, I had a cold for a couple of days. That's it. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Have you had a extensive cough that's been going on longer than a week or two? Have you been coughing a lot?
I don't count how many times I cough. I don't really understand. There were complaints.
Let me tell you what we're going to do, because you've been with us a long time, and we understand that the weather has been bananas, and we want to make sure that everybody's accommodated. Now, what we've come up with just to try to accommodate everybody, we're going to move you right now. I know you're on the 4th floor, so we're going to move you to the 7th floor in the next couple of weeks, that's kind of where it's kind of like an area where there's more coughing people up there.
No. That won't be necessary. I'm feeling much better. I've been at the same spot the entire time I've been with the company. I don't need to be moved to the 7th floor. I don't need to be moved for any health reasons. I'm doing fine. I'm good. You don't have to worry about that.
Hang on. Let's slow down a minute, Carla. I understand where you're coming from. I know you don't want to be moved because you've been there and you're probably comfortable where you are. But they're asking that you wear one of the surgical masks for 2 weeks until we get you up to the next floor.
No, wait, you guys can't just move me. How are you gonna just move me without asking me my side of the story?
Well, you're coughing out of control. Well, listen to me. You got, there's people, and I'm sure they're probably
who's complaining about me. Who?
Well, it must be the people that are actually right around you. I'm hearing she's spreading germs. They think you have the flu. Some people are saying it's disgusting. You keep coughing and coughing.
Even if it was the flu, which it was not, that doesn't last for months. Like, I am good. I'm all set. I had a little cold, but not enough to be moving me.
Okay, well, let me tell you what it's doing. It's creating a real hostile environment is what it's doing.
Hostile environment? No one said anything except maybe a God bless you once when I sneeze. I don't understand why anyone would take this to human resources. And you said you guys want me to wear a mask?
We're going to need, as of tomorrow, starting tomorrow. You'll have the surgery. We'll have that at your cubicle tomorrow.
No, that's not. You guys can't just have me wearing a mask the night before. I've never seen anyone wear a mask.
It's a surgical mask. You'll wear that for 2 weeks until I can get you upstairs to where that's the coughing floor. We'll have you up there where people are coughing and nobody's going to be complaining about you.
That doesn't sound very hygienic to me. You're gonna put
it's not hygienic of what's going on your floor. You're coughing and the people are complaining.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna appeal this decision. I'm not going to no 7th floor. I'm not wearing a mask. I feel good. If you guys want some health records, I can provide that for you. But y'all ain't gonna have me moving and acting and looking crazy just because somebody said they don't like that I cough. We all cough in the winter.
Okay, Carla, let's slow down. Okay, I want to try to help you as much as I want to help.
You want me to slow down, but you're the one talking about moving me, making me wear a mask starting in the morning. Like, that's not right. None of that's right.
Okay, Carla, if you can't put the mask on tomorrow, I'm going to have to ask you to not come in tomorrow. Now, that decision is up to you.
No, that decision's not up to me because I want to appeal the decision. Who else can I talk to? Because this conversation's not. This isn't.
We'll have this meeting next
crazy.
week. I will let you know when it is, but you can't come in until we have the meeting at this point.
No.
Okay?
Oh, so am I going to get paid days off?
You're not getting paid days off. You can come
No.
in. You don't want to wear
I
the
can't talk to you anymore. You're not
have
talking
to wear
any
the
sense.
surgical mask.
You're not
darling.
making any sense. I can't talk to you. All right? You're going to piss me off. This is not right. None of this sounds legal right now. I need to talk to somebody else because I can't right now.
Do you want to wear the surgical? Will
No,
you
I'm
wear
not
the
wearing
surgical tomorrow?
surgical
That
mask.
is the way I can allow you to work tomorrow.
No, I'm not wearing the mask. Stop talking to me about a mask. I'm not sick. What I'll do tomorrow is I'm going to go talk to a damn lawyer and my doctor and give y'all something else to think about.
Okay. Well, here's what we'll do. I will schedule you a meeting at 11 o'clock. It looks like we have something available of Wednesday of next week.
No problem. Listen, you keep your damn meeting. The meeting we'll have is with the lawyer because I'm sure this is civil rights, a violation of something. You can't do this.
Okay. Would you like our lawyer to call your lawyer?
I'm getting off the phone with you. I need to go get some legal advice. I can't be doing this with you right now.
Okay, well, before you go, now, would you like to know who's complaining about you?
Yeah, a matter of fact, I would like to know who. I want to know exactly who the is complaining about me.
Okay. Tommy is the one that's saying that you're coughing all over the place. You don't put your hand over your mouth.
I can't hear you. Who do you say?
Tommy.
There's no Tommy on my floor. You have the wrong person.
No, I don't.
That's not
Tommy,
me. There's no Tommy on my floor. No Tommy ever complained about
you.
me.
Tommy is 100% that it's you.
That doesn't make any sense because there is no Tommy on my floor. I don't even know a Tommy.
Do you know a nephew Tommy from Steve Harvey Morning Show? Do you know him?
Oh, my God.
Carla, you just got pranked by your coworker, DeVita, baby.
Oh,
DeVita.
Oh, my God. I was sitting here having hot flashes, stressed out about the fry and looking on the internet for a lawyer. I can't.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Like, I'm mad at you. Why'd you got to take it that far, though? You went so far.
Now, you got to tell me this. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Listen, it's the Steve Harvey Morning Show, that's for sure.
There it is, Shirley. Cough control, baby. Yeah. Keep it stupid now. You got to keep it stupid. Stupid. I'll be stupid all weekend long, Thursday through Sunday in Charlotte, North Carolina. Tickets on sale. Saturday gone, Sunday gone. Got some left for Thursday, maybe a few on Friday. That nephew know how to do what? Sell it out.
Coming up next, Strawberry Letter. Subject, he stole my wife right from under me. Wow. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, on sex, on work, on parenting, on dating, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We'll do our best to help you. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
This letter makes me sad right here. Subject, he stole my wife from right up under me. Okay? Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a hardworking, faithful man. I was married for 15 years to my college sweetheart. I never had any problems in my marriage until I tried to help out a friend. Here's what happened. My wife had a best friend, and the friend was married to a big-time cheater. We were always there for her if she was going through drama with her husband. Their marriage finally ended when her husband got her cousin pregnant. She put him out of the house, and he didn't have anywhere to go. So I talked my wife into letting him stay with us for a while so he could sort things out. The first week, he kept to himself and he slept a whole lot when he wasn't at work. The second week, he started talking more. I came home from work one day and he and my wife had cooked together and we all sat and ate. Going into the third week, I sat down with him to see if he'd made other living arrangements. He informed me that he was very comfortable in my house, and he said my wife loved having him there. He told me that he could tell my wife needed to be loved properly, so he seduced her, and he's been making love to her almost daily for the past 2 weeks. You can guess what happened next. I grabbed him and I slung him to the ground, and my wife rushed in and yelled for me to stop. She said it was all true, and she apologized to me. Fast forward to the present, I have a new house, he's in my old house with my wife, and they are getting married when our divorce is final. He took my kindness for weakness and stole my wife from right up under me. I still want to put hands on him, but there's no use in it because he already got my wife. It's going to be hard for me to trust another female. How could I move past this and find happiness again? Wow. Now you see why this letter makes me sad. I mean, just when you think you've heard it all, I'm just really sorry because you sound like a truly nice man. You sound like a nice guy. You know, women ask all the time, where are the nice guys? You know, there are no more nice guys. Well, this was truly a nice guy. These weren't even your friends. These were your wife's friends. She was your wife's best friend. You weren't even, come on. You stepped in to help your wife's best friend's husband out. You didn't have to do any of this. You didn't have to do it. And I know you're probably asking yourself why you did now. This loser, man, I'm being kind when I use that word. He stabbed you in your back so hard, then he twisted that knife, okay? But I can't blame him entirely because your wife played a big role. What is wrong with her? What is wrong with your wife? You guys have been college sweethearts and been married for 15 years. So she lets this guy come in here, and after 2 weeks, she's sleeping with the guy and defending him, trying to pull you off him when he clearly deserved a beat down. He was very comfortable in not only living in your house, but taking liberties with your wife and everything else. And now he's staying in your house. This is terrible. I blame your wife for allowing this to go down. But more than that, I blame him because you were just showing kindness to another man who needed it at the time. I think he overstayed. You allowed him to overstay. 3 weeks is too long. He should have gotten it together by then. And if he didn't, he should have moved on. How do you move on? One way is to hopefully, get some female companionship in your life. That's one way you can do it. Move forward and have happiness again. You say it's hard for you to trust females. All females aren't like that. I hope you know that. But, start slowly with friendship from a female and take it from there. You can move on and get past this, and you're going to have to try and forgive. Steve?
I don't see nothing about no moving on in this letter. This just about this letter. Yeah, I don't see the moving on. I don't start over my ass. You married 15 years to your college sweetheart. Got it? Never had problems in my marriage till I tried to help out a friend. Definition of friend. Here's what happened. My wife had a best friend. So this your wife's best friend, and the friend was married to a big-time cheater. Now, nowhere in this letter really was you saying that this man was your friend. Your wife's best friend and the friend was married to a big-time cheater. We were always there for her when she was going through drama with her husband. Y'all were always there for her. You ain't mentioned this guy yet. Then the marriage finally ended when her husband got her cousin pregnant. Okay, understood. She put him out the house. He didn't have nowhere to go. So then you talk to your wife to let him stay with y'all for a while. When he become your friend? But y'all was with the lady to help her through all the trauma. Then she put the man out. Now y'all take him in too. What is y'all, a shelter? You have to decide, though. You got a home or a damn shelter. Now, the first week he kept to himself and he slept a lot when he wasn't at work. Then the second week he started talking about, here the letter change. I come home from work one day, he and my wife had cooked together, and we all sat down and ate. This where the letter end for me.
Exactly, Steve.
This damn letter over.
We got to take a
You
break
cooking
right here.
together for?
We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Subject of today's letter, he stole my wife from right up under me. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter subject. He stole my wife right from under me. Right from up under me.
This letter, unbelievable. Dude been married to a college sweetheart. They ain't have no problems. Her best friend had, and her friend, her best friend, his wife had a best friend who was married to a big-time cheater. Then y'all was always there for her, going through the drama with her husband. Then the marriage ended when her husband got her cousin pregnant. She put him out the house. He didn't have anywhere to go. So I talked my wife into letting him stay with us so he could sort things out. First week, he had to himself. Slept a whole lot. Then he wasn't at work. The second week, he started talking more. I come home from work one day. He and my wife had cooked together, and we all sat down and ate. Cooking together for what? Ain't nobody here but me, you that I invited, and my wife. Why is 2 people cooking this damn meal? 3 people don't require help in the kitchen. If your wife been cooking, it's just a little bit extra for 1 more. Half a cup more rice in the bowl. Uncooked. That blows up to 2 damn cups of 8 rice. Okay? Now that's where we start having the problem with right now. Now, going into the 3rd week, I sat down with the man to see if he'd made other living arrangements. He informed me that he was very comfortable in my house.
Right there.
But see, I don't even know how we having this conversation. There's nobody there's nobody that know me can make this statement to me that I'm very comfortable in your house. And he said, my wife loved having him there.
Wow.
See, I don't know nobody that really know me that can open their mouth and say these damn stuff. This ain't disrespectful. This who you think you talking to? He told me he could tell my wife needed to be loved properly. Now, let's stop this damn letter
right there.
Because the dude that's writing this letter is a little weak-ass dude. I'm sorry, man. This little weak-ass dude. Because first of all, I can't write the letter into the type because he had to send it in email. You can't email from jail. So I couldn't even send this letter. See, there's no way I can send this letter because my ass in jail. Dog, what did you say to me?
It's an ass whooping.
He told me he could tell my wife needed to be loved properly. What? So he seduced her, and he's been making love to her almost daily for the past 2 weeks. What?
He told you that.
Human can say these words to me, and I sit down and type it. Dog, dog. I could tell your wife needed to be loved properly. That was it.
We actually need to talk to this guy.
I could tell your wife needed to be loved.
That's it.
That's it. All after that is ass whooping. All this here. First of all, you can tell my wife needed to be loved properly. That's when I stand up. Okay. I could tell your wife okay, then he said he been making love to her daily for the past. You done told me you screwing my wife. You thought you could say it, and then now this where he trying to sound like a man. But I'm gonna tell you what, this didn't happen, y'all. He just did this for life.
Yeah.
No.
He didn't beat him up?
No, he didn't do this right here. You can guess what happened next. No, see, next.
No, we can't.
No, we can't. We can't figure it out.
I grabbed him and slung him to the ground. That ain't even how we fight.
No. Slung it ain't first.
Dog, I grabbed him and slung him to the ground. And he let you? This is a dude that's bold enough to tell you he done slept with your wife. I grabbed him and slung him to the ground, and my wife rushed in and yelled for me to stop. She said it was all true and she apologized to me. What? You know how long it would have took her to get me off him? You know how many police cars would have been outside?
Come on,
He'd have been all behind the refrigerator hiding. You know, I'm trying to kill this dude. Do you know, dog?
Everything in that kitchen.
Dog.
I'm using everything in that kitchen.
Fast forward to the
Knives,
present.
forks.
She said it was all true and she apologized to me. Fast forward to the present. I have a new house. He's in my old house with my wife, and they are getting married when our divorce is final. What? Hey, dog. You living in my house, the one I'm paying for? No, man. With her. No, man. That's not happening. None of this is happening. This is unthinkable. Ain't no real man reading this letter going, well, you know, Steve, what could he do? We all sitting here going, the question would be, what didn't I do?
Yeah.
Damn,
That's a
he
short
set
list.
the house on fire. He killed everybody in here. We got yellow tape around the building.
Yeah.
There's chalk marks on the ground.
There you go.
He done hid the weapons. He got DNA everywhere. The man ain't got no fingernails. Steve bleeding. Steve in a coma and everybody else in a damn coma. Cause that's what would have happened.
Do you want to continue your response?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Yes, we do.
We got to take a break right here.
His ass every time I see him.
You can post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 after the hour, we're going to have part 3 of today's Strawberry Letter. Subject, he stole my wife from right up under me. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Steve, we were talking about this Strawberry Letter. You had a lot more to say on its subject. He stole my wife from right up under me.
And this letter, just a quick recap. Dude invited this man over to the house. He ended up sleeping with his wife. Told him, could look at your wife and tell she needed to be loved properly. I've been sleeping with her every day for the past 2 weeks. So you know what happened next. I grabbed him and slung him to the ground. What? Hold up, dog.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody get stabbed.
That's what we waiting on.
Ain't nobody. We in the kitchen talking. You told me you been sleeping with my wife for 2 weeks. Ain't nobody get stabbed.
Ain't
nobody head split open with a frying pan.
Wow.
Ain't nobody got their face held down on the eye with the gas on.
Everybody got all their ligaments.
I didn't reach behind the stove and snatch the gas line out and stick it in your butt. I didn't do none of that.
There you go. Now you talking now.
I didn't slam your head in the freezer door 9 times. I ain't do that.
Yeah.
I slung him to the ground. I grabbed him and slung him to the ground.
So you don't believe that because that's not how you guys operate.
No, Shirley, that didn't happen.
Shirley,
okay. I'm asking.
You cannot tell no living man that I know that's married and put in time with a wife and a dude sitting in his house and say these words to him. And his reaction is, I grabbed him and slung him to the ground. Then my wife yelled for me to stop. So then he stopped.
Okay.
You know what?
No.
I'm putting his ass so bad, I can't even hear her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she need to get out the way while I'm throwing these blows any damn.
Yeah.
Then he said, fast forward to the present, I got a new house. So you moved out your house, and there's a man that moved in your house that's screwing your wife in that house. This house ain't, this house don't have no soot damage.
From the fire you set.
Yeah, you can actually live in this house. It ain't no water damage when the fire department comes. What? You ain't set nothing on fire. He's sleeping in your house, screwing your wife. You done went and got a new house. And they getting married when I divorced, and y'all ain't even divorced. So now you're still paying for this house that he in sleeping with your wife. Partner, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't none of this happening with no dudes I know. Okay, one of my best friends, Biggie Wig. If you sit in Big
Oh,
house
God.
and tell him you've been sleeping with his wife.
Oh, man.
This is not even a news story. We're on 48 hours.
Yeah. Greatest
No,
episode.
everybody
though.
on that block, their house is in jeopardy. That whole block.
All right.
This is an episode of Forensic Files.
The greatest one, though.
We gotta go, guys. Coming up at the top of the hour, some of the dirtiest places in the gym that can make you sick. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right. Wow, you guys are really on this strawberry letter today as
Shirley,
men.
this is the worst letter.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what the
This
line
is.
is.
I thought we heard it all, Steve.
No, this right here. This is because as men, I just don't know no man like this. And for him to be type, and when this man said to this man, he could tell. He told me he could tell my wife needed to be loved properly. So he seduced her and he been making love to her almost daily for 2 weeks. So if you're so intuitive, if you got all this ESP where you know how somebody thinking and feeling, you didn't know when you said this to me what I was finna do to you. You mean to tell me you didn't use all these powers you got? You thought that when you told me this, you didn't see none of this I'm finna do to you.
Wow.
You didn't see your ass getting tied to the back of my bumper and drugged down to the liquor store so I can buy a fifth and drag your ass back up to the house and finish whooping your ass. You didn't see that. While you was sitting up in here being Miss Cleo, you ain't see this? Partner,
right,
help
Steve.
me. No, Steve, nothing. And then you sitting in my house. That's another imposter. Tommy, how is he sitting in his man's house?
You can't be in my house. I tell you what, though. When I leave that house, I'm leaving with your private part in a Ziploc bag. You won't ever use it again. I
In a
promise you.
Ziploc bag.
I'm
with
leaving
no
with
ice.
it, Shirley.
And with no ice.
Yeah.
This ain't for repair.
No. Everybody in this house sit down and use bathroom.
No, partner. This ain't gonna be for repair. You ain't putting this back on. This is memorabilia now. You're gonna be in a jar of kosher pickle juice on my mantelpiece.
All right. Have you gotten it all out now?
Don't you drink that.
Don't touch it.
That's Reggie.
Don't touch it.
Well, I don't want the wife to get off scot-free either, though. I don't. She was wrong.
Why is it all jagged on one side? Because I tore it off.
Okay. Yeah. All right, we're going to try to move on from the strawberry letter today.
It's hard.
You can listen to the podcast on demand, or you can go to Instagram and Facebook and check it out today, okay? All right, we're going to try and move on and talk about your gym now. Your gym is probably going to be a bit more crowded this month, because everybody makes those New Year's resolutions to get in shape. Summer's coming, all of that. They want to get healthy. But while working out is definitely healthy for you, there's at least one problem about the gym that's not so great for your health, and that's all the germs that you're going to be exposed to that can make you sick. Now, Wall Street has come out with a list of the dirtiest places in the gym that can make you sick. Number 1, yoga mats. It's probably a good chance no one wiped down. Yeah, why you say that?
I don't.
That's good because I don't use.
Yeah, you guys are not.
I don't be on no
mats.
yoga
Yeah.
mat. I don't do no damn yoga.
All right, well, here's something you do: strength training equipment.
Dumbbells and stuff?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm
One
good. You know
report-
why, Shirley?
Why?
I wear batter's gloves whenever I'm in the gym.
All right.
Not weightlifting.
You don't
gloves
have your
with the
fingers out.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wear batter's gloves. I buy the gloves that football players catch footballs with.
Oh, okay.
I wear them to the gym, so my hand is completely covered.
Okay, you're safe because one report claims that weights have 362 times more bacteria than a toilet seat. What?
Wow. Now I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Partner.
Okay. All
What?
right. Yeah.
So you just going to let all your muscles just wilt away because you don't want no toilet seat on your damn hand.
You know he's a germaphobe. Okay, cardio machines. You know, the screens, the handles, all that. They're the among
Treadmills.
they're among the most used machines, probably the least likely to be wiped down.
Just filthy.
All right, coming up, more of today's trending stories on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We'll be back
I
in
bet
20
people
minutes
walk
after
in the
the
gym
hour.
and know, there go Tommy filthy ass.
Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, it's Founders Week, guys, and today we want to shout out the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Inc. Tommy, your wife is an AKA.
Yes, she is. They calling it J15. They just done took our little J5. They call it J15. So, happy Founders Day to all the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We love you. You're pink and green. You're sweet. You're sexy. You look so smooth. And my baby she ain't gonna be home tonight. I already know that. I done already told you I'm with my baby, my ladies tonight. Okay, good. You got these kids. Make sure they get something to eat. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
So shout out to the pink and green today. That's Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated.
Yeah, way to go, AKAs.
Yeah. So Tommy,
Yeah.
Steve, what do you guys love most about being a part of a fraternity?
Hey, Shirley. Shirley.
What?
Shirley, when you famous, you be going,
Nothing.
We have friendship. So the dudes that I've been friends with for 40 years, man, that we all got together in Cancun, the ones I was closest to is 12 of us. That's really, really close. And being with them twice this past in 2019 at Sand and Soul and at the big reunion, that was my best. I love them boys right there. And then there's some other cues that I didn't pledge with, like Ricky Lewis and Big Blue Cold Quit. And I miss my boy Greg Calhoun. Them was my dudes, man. But,
All right.
Damn,
We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In entertainment news, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Young Jock was spotted driving, well, not for Uber, not for Lyft, but for a new rideshare app called Pull Up and Go. Jock was recently Pull Up and Go. Job was recently job shamed for working as a rideshare driver and recorded by a passenger who joined his ride. So the rider is trying to figure out if it was indeed Jock who was their driver, since he was wearing a pink hoodie that was hiding his face. Take a listen.
You sound like somebody I know.
Huh?
You sound like somebody I know.
I mean, somebody you know, like who?
I don't know. What's your name?
I just want to ask a question. Are you Young Jock?
Can you turn around?
I mean, I think y'all put that part together, yeah.
Oh,
so you must have fell off or something. Like, why?
Dang.
Fall off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out. Like, you just driving for Pull Up and Go. Like, what happened?
I mean, I just felt like it's an easy way to get some easy money right here downtown. I mean, I meet people, you know what I'm saying?
I really think that's okay.
You think that's what?
What?
Wow.
What?
I ain't mad at him for working, though.
But
They
that's
be
not
mad at
your-
him for working.
Yeah, how is that your business?
Driving your unemployed ass.
Hold up, but what you tripping with him for? You in the car. At least he got a car to come get you. You don't have a car.
That's right.
People, man, you must have fell off.
That was
is
straight
so crazy.
disrespectful right there,
That was
man.
really, yeah, that was really crazy.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes, man, look.
Pull up and get out.
Setback
Yeah. For you.
is just a set up for a comeback. That's all it is. People watch your scenes of your life, and they see you having a bad scene, and here come all the movie critics to talk about your scene in the movie. Where they at when you graduate? Where they at when you get your job promotion? Where them movie critics at when y'all have your baby? Where y'all at when they see when you buy your new house? Ain't no movie critics at none of that. They only at the scenes in the movies where they get to be the critic. But her ass sitting up in the ride share, sharing a ride because she ain't got a car.
Yeah,
That was disrespectful.
that was so ugly.
That was disrespectful.
Yeah, but I love how Young Jock took it. After the story broke, Jock responded to the video and said it's a fun way to make cash and then to show your kids how to make an honest living. Now, what is wrong with that? Take a listen.
So I'm a part of this organization, been around for 25 years, big brother, big sister. And a lot of times when we talking to these kids and the youth, you got to lead by example. And sometimes, like, you have to show people you're not too big. You know what I'm saying? You have to show them what humility is, and you're not too big to, you know, do the right thing by making an honest living. And I think a lot of times that's why our kids and even adults go astray, because they're too ashamed and too prideful, man, to do something. It was one of those things where, you know how you just be, you start challenging yourself to do something you ain't never did before.
I love it.
I like it.
I love it.
I like
yeah,
it.
I really
Yes.
do. Coming up next is our last break of today. And Steve, of course, is going to have some closing remarks for us. That's coming up at 49 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we go. Last break of the day. It's been a good day.
Absolutely.
It's the last break of the day.
Thank you, J. Anthony Brown.
Sending that for J. Anthony Brown, boy.
Yeah, you're missed. Hurry back, Jay. Definitely. Carla's out today. Carla will be back tomorrow, though. And, yeah, it's been a good day, though. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's always fun. Starting off a good year. So far, I'm in love with 2020.
Yeah, it's going good for me.
Yes.
Man. Got some great projects coming up. Man.
Really
Man,
good.
it's so much on the horizon.
Mhm.
If you look at it, man, on it's amazing how some people don't view the things the right way. And I think that's probably going to be what my closing remarks is kind of
geared to.
Talk about,
Okay, well, let's get it. Let's go, Steve. No time like the present.
To the future, and you don't take God with you. See, if you don't count God into the future and you think about the future that you can't control, that you can't bring about, that you can't will or wish into existence, if you just go out into the future, well, what if he do this? And what if they say that? And I don't think I'm be a man. If I don't get this in time, I ain't gonna have that. Man, they gotta have all this money in by the 16th of June. It's January. If I don't get this money in June. Wait a minute. You're tripping today? You're going to have an anxiety today over something that's happening in June? Don't you know that God will be there with you in June? Don't you know that God is probably already there waiting on you? He see all this stuff down the road. All he wants for you to do is turn around and have a relationship with him so he can give you the strength, wisdom, and understanding to cope with what's happening to you. Stop looking into the future tripping and don't take God on the futuristic trip with you. It's okay to fantasize, but man, put God in your fantasy. Lord, man, if we do this, Lord, and I get there and you with me, and it'll change your perspective. So y'all remember, pain always leaves a wonderful gift, and anxiety usually is brought about when you peer into the future and you don't take God with you. Take him everywhere. It'll change your perspective. Always has been.
Amen.
Those are my closing remarks.
Yeah.
Amen,
Drop
amen.
Drop it.
You know what? Me and the Lord about to go home.
There you go. God just wants us to count on him. That's all. Y'all have a great weekend, man. I'm done.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.